Hey everybody, just out camping, joining in, taking it up, recharging soul, and I got a tag I need to get done. I was tagged the other day by Gerrett Outdoors, who did this stuck in the bunker 5x5 challenge question tag. Figured, good time to do it right now, just kicking back and relaxing. So, Country Prepper started the tag, and he tagged Gerrett Outdoors, and then Gerrett did his and tagged me. So, I got notes. I got notes. First one is, what's my top 5 TV series or shows that I would take with me? Top movie, let me see here. I got 2 pages and I got them mixed up. Can you believe that? That's pretty hard to do. Okay, all-time top favorite movies I'd like to take with me. Bullet. Steve McQueen Bullet, 1968. GT 390 Mustang fastback green, yeah. Love that movie. I don't know how many times I've watched that movie. I've had to watch it literally 50 times since I was a kid, because that was it, man. Charger chasing a Mustang. Mustang won. Next one would be, I don't know if all y'all remember it, but this was probably back in the 70s. Dirty Harry and Crazy Mary. You gotta go Google it and check it out if you want a pretty cool car chase. 2 guys, 1 gal. I think it's a Charger they're driving, fast as heck, running from the cops for days. But I'm not going to give you the spoiler alert at the end, so you gotta watch it. It's pretty cool. It's one of my all-time favorites. Outdoors, I'd have to agree with you, Gerrett. Survivor, man. Les Stroud, man, by himself, his own camera crew. He's not leaping over rocks like a monkey and unnecessary stuff. He nitty gritty. Let's see, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have to say, I'm missing one. I'd have to come back to that. The Sopranos. The Sopranos series that went on for a while, that series, so that would be a good one to take with you. Another one is The Godfather. That was a good one. Top 5 board games. Of course, everybody's picking Monopoly. Country Prepper, I gotta agree with you. Nothing like a good game of Battleship. How about Jacks? How many of you remember playing the game Jacks? How about Pickup Sticks? That's a fun game. And a good old set of deck of cards, Gerrett. I agree. So many different things you can do with a deck of cards, from games to tricks to whatever. Card tossing. Top 5 artists and bands. Kinda in order. Number 1, AC/DC. Just grew up on them, man. They're the best. Another one, Rush. That's probably the best concert I ever went to in my life. That actually sounded like the album. You know, sometimes you go to some of these, most of these live concerts, and they don't even sound the same. You know, they're not in the studio, it's not mixed, blah, 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 but Rush was close. The Grateful Dead. I'm a classic 60s, 70s, 80s kind of guy. Can't leave out Pink Floyd. Can't leave that out. And Tom Petty, and in the early days, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, before he moved on to himself by himself. Next one is top 5 movie collections. And there's a lot of them. I'd have to say Star Wars. All of them. Anything to do with Star Wars, the whole collection. Clint Eastwood. Peterson's Ultimate Adventures Off-Road, where they get 20 or 30 trucks and they're all built to the hilt, and they got to travel, pound some pavement to get to the trails, and then they go up into the Moab or wherever they're scheduled to go. I think they're gone for a week or 10 days. That would be a dream come true right there. Number 5, I'd have to say Hot Rod and Drag Week, where they drive their cars, pull a trailer, they got to drive their drag car from track to track. Same sort of situation as the off-road adventures. And that's pretty cool. You get some really fast cars, man. You know, 9, 10 second, 8 second. That's pretty snazzy for a street car. Top 5 books and authors. Well, I never was much of a book reader. I usually just ate the cover. Never got anything out of books. I can read it twice and not tell you what I just read. It's just the way I've always been. I've been a on-hands and video kind of guy. If you show me or I watch something about it, that's a different story. I pick right up on it. But if I was to read anything, it would be the stack of subscriptions of any off-road Jeep magazines and or hot rod magazines. Anything with a motor under the hood, basically. F1, NASCAR, Indy. Of course, NASCAR's not what it used to be. I don't consider it really. I know there's some haters out there, but ever since restrictor plate days, it ain't been the same. Bill Elliott, world record at 212 mile an hour. Back in the Yarborough, Earnhardt, Davey Allison, Alan Kowicki, Bobby Allison. Them were the days. Cars had rear-wheel drive from the factory too. They weren't front-wheel drive converted. They had steel bumpers. They're stock cars. That was stock car racing. Now they call it NASCAR. I got to take 5 people. First of all, I'm going to tag the Crafty Native Tearz D. Sis, you are tagged. You guys got to go check her out, man. She makes some amazing ferro rod handles and striker handles. Amazing. My brother Lee Ralph. Lee, I'd really be interested to see what you got to say about this topic. Survival mindset, yes, Justin and Jana. And Justin, I want you and Jana to, if you would, you don't have to, but I'd really like to see Jana there with you, collaborating and seeing what you guys come up with together, because I'm sure you're going to have some cool choices. My old buddy Gear Grinding 19. I don't know if you do VR's gear, but I'd really like to hear your choices, man. I'm sure that'd be interesting. I'm sure they would be. And Rob, since you don't have a lot to do, you're kind of laid up still, brother, and you got to take it easy, it's a good tag for you. Mitten State Bushcraft. Go check Rob out. He's also got a Facebook page. Awesome guy. Another gander. Bushcraft. Camp and stuff like that. So there you go, Gerrett. That's what you get, buddy. I hope it works. That's what I could come up with for answers. It's kind of cool tag and see what everybody comes up with instead of what knife you're going to bring to the bunker, or how much food and water, or, something fun, the fun stuff, the entertaining things to keep your mind occupied on them on them days in the dark. So, all right, folks, take care. Have a great day. God bless.